Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Advanced Bass Fishing, and really appreciate you guys coming by the channel to watch today's video. And today we're going to be talking about white lures. Actually, not just white, but white and pearl type lures. I sort of put them in the same category and sort of give you guys some tips and advice on the conditions that they work in, because these are a highly specific oriented type of a color. They don't work all the time, but when you get the right situations, they're really hard to beat. So we're going to get into that today's episode. I'm also going to a couple quick housekeeping tips, guys. Just want to remind everybody that Tackle Warehouse has got some good sales going on right now on all their tackle across the site. I'll put my Tackle Warehouse link in the description if you guys would like to get some tackle and use that link. It's a good way to support the channel. And also we have my summer Fish the Moment lake map breakdowns up on the Fish the Moment website. I'll put my lake map breakdown link in the description of this video too, if you guys would like to get one of those breakdowns of your favorite lake, get you some good fishing spots on there. So I really appreciate that. Okay, I got to tell you guys right off the bat, as far as lure colors that everybody uses, a pearl or white colored lure is one of my least favorite colors. A lot of people love them, and a lot of people catch a lot of fish on them, but for whatever reason, there has been some specific situations where I've done well on white and pearl, but not a lot of situations. It's like it's very, very isolated when these things really, really work good. But I want to do, they're worth having them in your box. That's the thing about it. You've got to have some white and pearl lures in your box when you get in the conditions that I'm going to talk about. So let's get into what that is. Okay, first of all, like so much of the stuff in bass fishing, everything as far as color and lure profile, lure categories revolve around the water clarity and the sky conditions, the light intensity of the sky conditions. Because when you have a combination of variables of different light intensities, whether it be sunny, partly cloudy, rainy, very dense clouds or very thin clouds, and different water clarity fluctuations, that plays a huge role in the color of lure that bass prefer. And every single situation that you have as far as light intensity and water clarity and the correlation between the two determines the best color lures. That's why there are so many different type of lure colors out there, is to match those things, because you can have so many variables. You can have dirty water and cloudy conditions, you can have dirty water and clear conditions, you can have clear water and cloudy conditions, and everything in between. So it's just another one of those things to make things a lot more complicated than what they already are. Anyway, let's talk about white, when you want to use white more than anything. The number one thing for me that I have found when I'm using any type of a white colored or pearl type of lure is the water visibility. They are a stained water color. And when I'm talking about stained water, it depends on the type of lure as far as exactly how good the stain can be. Now, for example, if you're fishing like a swim jig or a spinnerbait, like a white spinnerbait or a swim jig, it can work really good in muddy water, like water visibility where you have that much clarity in it. And if you're fishing something like pearl or white colored swim bait or jerk bait, it still works good in stained water, but not that dirty. The visibility for this type of lure category may be like 12 to 15 inches of clarity, something along those lines. So that is one thing about it. I have never done very well on a pearl or white colored lure if the water visibility is over 2 feet, with the exception of a topwater lure that we'll talk about. So that's the main thing. It's like the water clarity in relationship to the light level, because if you have, say, 2 foot of visibility in the place you're fishing and it's cloudy and overcast, you might get away with and catch a lot of fish on a bright colored lure. But if you have 2 foot of water clarity and a bright sunny day where you have a lot more light penetration in the lake, the pearl or the white's probably not going to be the best. So there is a constant consideration in those terms as far as when you decide to want to use this. You really have to pay close attention to the cloud cover and the water visibility that you're fishing. Sometimes the wind too, because the wind can actually act as a less water, it's something that makes things less visible in the water to the fish. They can make more mistakes. So if you have a windy day, sometimes you can get by with a little cleaner water as well. Now, for a topwater lure like a white, you don't have to have that dirty water. It can work for some situations, like maybe a buzz bait in real shallow water. But when you're throwing a white or pearl colored topwater, like a walking topwater, a bone topwater, like a lot of people love a bone topwater. Those can be really good in in clear water conditions if you have clouds. You can catch fish on topwater, on white and pearl, really good in super, super clear water if you have low light conditions. Early in the morning, late in the evening, cloudy days, rainy days, that type of a thing. Because the thing that a pearl or white lure does is it puts off a very unique glow into the water. If you put it into the water, based upon if your white or pearl lure is a flat finish or sort of a translucent finish, it can put out different levels of it's just a glow. That's all I can put it. And that glow is very attractive to bass in those low light conditions, whether it be your light intensity or your water clarity. So that's the main thing. I tell you, you've got to have some of these in your boat though, the white and the pearls guys, because if you do get in those low visibility conditions, there's not a better lure out there. It's like they even work better than some type of a chartreuse, because a white or a pearl resembles more of a shad. So from that standpoint, they can be really productive on that. So just wanted to run that by you. Hope it helps you guys catch some into the right situation, and we'll check in later.